Well, this is National Radon Action Month. Now, radon, if you don't know, is a colorless, odorless, and tasteless radioactive gas that occurs naturally and is present in every part of Colorado. It can seep into our homes and then into the air we breathe, and it really can take a toll on our health. In fact, radon, the second leading cause of lung cancer behind smoking and responsible for some 500 lung cancer deaths every year in Colorado.
And someone who personally understands the danger of radon is Heidi Nafman-Onda, a lung cancer survivor, and her husband, Dr. Pierre Onda. Thank you both so much for joining us. You brought in these white ribbons. You were telling me lung cancer is the leading cause of cancer in the U.S., actually.
It's the leading cause of cancer deaths in the United States. It kills more people than breast, prostate, and pancreatic cancer combined.
And Heidi, you described yourself as a lifelong health enthusiast. You say that you never smoked. So tell us a little bit about your diagnosis.
Yeah, so this was a total surprise diagnosis. No smoking history at all, and always living a clean life. And I had an ovarian cyst that was evaluated with a CT scan for my chest, abdomen, and pelvis, just to rule out an ovarian cancer. And what was found was your ovary looks fine, but there's a mass in the upper left lobe of your lung and some lymph nodes in the middle of your chest. The really scary thing about this was I had no respiratory symptoms whatsoever. This was, again, an accidental catch.
We're looking at that scan, and your cancer was actually pretty advanced when you found out. Pierre, you must have been shocked by this diagnosis. You're a doctor, you know her health history. How did you kind of help link and put the puzzle pieces together that this was related to radon in your home?
Well, absolutely. We were both shocked, but it was our son, who was studying environmental engineering at the time, who asked the question, what's the radon level in your home? And we didn't have the answer. And shortly thereafter, we learned that it is, in fact, the leading cause of lung cancer in people without a history of tobacco use. So that was one of the risk factors that may have been involved in the development of her lung cancer.
When you tested the radon in your home, what did you find, and how were you able to mitigate that?
So the level was an 8, which is twice the actionable level that the EPA says if it's 4.0 or higher to act. We called a mitigation company, and we were able to get the house mitigated quite quickly for a reasonable cost. I was so ashamed that I didn't know about this. I'm so proactive in my health, always getting preventative screenings and everything, and I wish I would have known to screen my home, the environment that we raised our children in. And we need to get the word out. This is a risk no one needs to take. It's easy to test, easy to mitigate, and there is financial help available to those who may need it in Colorado. They can contact the Colorado Department of Public Health and Environment and get a free test kit and move on from there.
Heidi, how are your cancer treatments going, and how are you doing these days?
So I was originally given a very dismal prognosis of 4 to 6 months to live. I couldn't believe that because I felt fine, again, no symptoms. And I became a candidate for a new immunotherapy. I had chemoradiation and then 1 year of immunotherapy infusions. I finished all of those in January of 2020, and I have showed no evidence of disease since. So research matters, awareness matters. We are very grateful to get the word out.
That is wonderful news. Heidi and Pierre, we thank you so much for your awareness on this issue, and we wish you the best in your continued recovery. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And the only way to know if your home is having high levels of radon is to test it. You can order a free test kit on CDPHE's website. I did it, I tested. It's very easy and free. You can scan the QR code on your screen or go to coloradoradon.info.
And if your home does test high for radon, the best way to reduce the levels is, as we talked about, radon mitigation systems. They can be a little bit expensive, but the state, as Heidi says, has a program to help you out. The Low-Income Radon Mitigation Assistance Program covers mitigation costs for people who meet certain income requirements. So in Denver County, for example, a single person making under $71,000 a year can qualify.